Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Steez. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. If you're not familiar with my channel, you're not familiar with the fact that I have a very busted ass fan that I'm very, very fond of. That is my dog Harley in the background, and since your girl Steez is authentic and keeps it real, you're not going to see very many jump cuts, if any at all. Today's video is a response to Jeffree Star's Never Doing This Again, quote-unquote drama video that I have to tell you, wasn't that drama-filled to begin with, so I'm not really sure, what the drama channels are going to report on, but, I watched the video. My hat almost just fell off, but no, I watched the video, so you guys don't have to. Once again, I made a little bit of outline if you guys want to pause, screen grab and stuff, and I always elaborate on the little points that I made, but, I watched it, like I said, so you don't have to. It definitely was pretty boring, phony, but we will get to all that momentarily. Okay, the title alone, Never Doing This Again, period. I mean, before I even clicked on it, I was like, okay, he's sympathy chasing, like, there's going to be a sympathy chasing tone about it. That was my first impression, for sure. The like to dislike ratio, I wanted to for sure write down because I always want to point that out. When in this canceled culture that we live in, you never know what somebody's like to dislike ratio is going to be. So I was shocked because of the content of the video, or lack thereof, I guess you could say. I don't know. I wasn't necessarily like hoping for there to be some drama because, like, I mean, if it's real, like, I don't wish drama and fighting and like hard times like that like on anyone. So yeah, there were 438,000 likes and 43,000 dislikes, and that was at 9 p.m. In Southeast Texas, where I live. I thought that the sadness was put on and phony. I thought that it wasn't his genuine reaction. I thought that it was definitely a reaction that he had okay, basically I think, and this is all just speculation, of course, you know what I mean, like, these are all just my opinions. This might be a controversial one at that, but I definitely think that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star had a conversation behind closed doors, and Shane Dawson advised Jeffree Star to make this video, to make it be drama-free, and to make it be, to make it sort of suit his, narrative, if you will, when it comes to his, over a year long, it's going to take over a year to produce the series that he's working on with Jeffree Star. He's publicly stated that multiple times now, that it's going to take, he doesn't know how long it's going to take to film, and it might even be like one of the first things on Netflix to have like multiple seasons back to back that they've filmed in advance or something like that. I think, and this is just my little humble gay opinion, like I always say on my channel, but I think that Shane, has orchestrated this all. I mean, I really do. I think that this will be, you know, Jeffree's apology video or whatever, you know, like him being quote-unquote sincere so he doesn't lose clout and doesn't lose fame, doesn't lose fans, you know, etc. And his makeup company stays on top of the game and everything. But I just think that he wants this, you know, all these videos were orchestrated in what seems like, you know, just not random time, and like oddly coincidental, quote-unquote incidental, coincidental, and it's because I really think that it's all going to be, you're going to find all of these videos in Shane Dawson's docuseries, is the point that I'm trying to get to. And I just think that he knew that, Shane Dawson knew that Jeffree Star was a controversial person, which Jeffree, in the video, in the Never Doing This Again video, Jeffree Star himself even said, I wrote down a little note about what he said about being controversial, and then, okay, yeah, he just said, like, I'm known for being a very controversial person, so I'm sure that people are going to be shocked, you know, that this video, like, I'm not being dramatic and playing off the handle, and this isn't the drama that everybody's going to be here for, but, you know, he talked about, you know, not liking this cancel culture we live in, and you know, I have to say I agree with him. Had he been sincere, had it have come from Jeffree's heart, had he have actually meant it, you know, I may have, you know, actually resonated with him a little bit, but he didn't mean it. It was forced. I mean, I just think that this is all just a not-so-metaphorical chess game for Shane Dawson, and you know, Jeffree and Tati and James are all just his little pawns, and, you know, Shane is just sort of like, what do they say? You know, laughing all the way to the bank, and not metaphorically speaking whatsoever. You know, like, I just have a very different opinion about Shane Dawson than I did, a month or two ago. I don't know. Ever since the last conspiracy theory series, I honestly feel like that Shane Dawson has lost touch he's not nearly as relatable. And I mean, I get it. Like, I understand, like, you know, money changes people. I get that. Like, you know, having everything at the tip of your fingers might change you in some way. But to lose all humility and to lose all relatability, which is what has happened with James Charles, Tati Westbrook, Jeffree Star, and Shane Dawson, they completely lost all relatability. I really thought that every apology that Jeffree Star gave in this video, was bogus, was phony, was forced, and was not his first choice for the video that he wanted to make. And he even sort of alluded to that in a way. He apologized. He admitted that his tweet to Ian Jeffree, James Charles' little brother, was inappropriate, and he apologized for it. And I have to say, I'm an unbiased channel when it comes to anything on my channel. I'm an unbiased reviewer, swatcher, and when it comes to anything drama, I'm unbiased when it comes to that too. But that was in my opinion, that was the most sincere, most authentic, and most genuine that Jeffree was in the entire video, is whenever he admitted to feeling guilty and feeling sorry for tweeting that to tweeting that to James Charles' little brother, Ian Jeffree. I mean, in closing, I just want to say that I don't trust him. He didn't even do it, like, subtly, but he insulted all drama channels. If anybody watches it closely, I mean, you really don't have to. It's not worth watching. I watched it, so you don't have to. Trust me, it's nothing special. It's not that I was looking for drama. It's that I was looking for authenticity. I was looking for answers. We were promised receipts. There was a dramatic Snapchat rant that led up to a completely anticlimactic video that nobody deserves to see, and that I'm glad that I'm the one that had to watch it for you guys. Oh, and guess what? Also, I made a little point of this because, surprise, surprise, Jeffree's taking a little break from YouTube. He's taking a little hiatus from YouTube and social media. He said he's going to turn off his phone for days and just spend time with his sick mother and his boyfriend Nate. And I'm sorry, but I mean, it just goes back to the sympathy and empathy chasing that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. That he's just trying to make his fans and viewers and subscribers and customers, you know, feel guilty and feel bad for, you know, this millionaire that has everything. And I don't feel bad for you, Jeffree Star. I don't feel bad for you. And I think that all, like, 46,000 or however many thousand people it was that disliked the video also don't feel bad for you, because you're not authentic, you're not transparent, and you're not relatable anymore. And I hate saying that as someone that honestly used to stand for Jeffree Star. And, like, the icing on the cake of the video, and I'm going to end this very, very shortly, momentarily, actually, you guys, I promise. The icing on the cake was whenever, like, the actual end frame of the 13-minute and, like, 43-second, I believe that's the exact time stamp for the video, whatever you want to call it, is just like, the most pouty baby face you could ever imagine, like, I'm so sorry face, like, oh, I'm Jeffree Star, like, please forgive me because I have these pouty lips and I'm so pouty. I don't buy it for a second. I'm not trying to be negative. People will say that people will say I think I had a cat hair on my tongue because I keep it real and 100 with you guys. But no, I mean, I promise you, drama channels, there are some drama channels, a handful of them. I'm not going to mention them because I don't roll that way. But they're biased, and they're going to tell stories in favor of Jeffree Star. I'm not one of those channels. I'm going to tell it like it is. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. Thank you for being here. And if you're a first-time viewer, please stick around because I promise you, there's a lot more coming.